He took a knife. He follows me to the bedroom with a knife. He wakes up, he locks the door. And he's like, hakuna mali unaenda. So I knew imefika hiyo point and this person is going to kill me.
Hello and welcome to Yvonne Magaya Show. Akisi asanteni. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much for 3.6k subscribers. Sign road to 5k subscribers. Please, if you haven't subscribed, this is your turn. Please hit that subscription button. So today niko na guest. Ebu acha niacha jitambulisho. Naitwa nani? Siseme ama umesema hata jina, umesema utaki kujitambulisha.
Hata jina sisemi.
Guest wangu amesema jina asemi, and that's why we have blood her. The main reason ameamua kujitokeza kuja kuongea history ni juu there's a video I had already posted hapo. Ukienda utaipata. And ilikuwa dem alikuwa anasema anataka Lynn ngungi ampatie usaidizi. So akasema acha kuja jitokeze pia atuambie story yake of what happened and apatie huyo dem advice. So ebu tuambie wewe ilikutendekea aje? How did you encounter domestic violence? Ilianza aje? Ni wapi ndo ukaona ebadhe hapa ni kubaya? How did it start?
It was just a normal relationship. Everything was all smooth. It was actually the perfect relationship and all my friends would be like, oh, wow. Maze, this is the perfect relationship. My friends would be envious. He was that guy. Alikuwa ule mtu unasema we enyewe God umeniletea the person I've been praying about. One day it was just a minor issue. He slapped me and he was very apologetic about it.
Sasa nikuulize, before he slap alikuanga na kugombanisha ama at that time hakukuwa na ukuona any anger issues?
He didn't have any anger issues. He was so polite. Alikuwa mtu mpole sana. We never even used to fight. Like I'm saying, we had the perfect relationship. Ile relationship, yeah. Something goes wrong, we'd sit down and talk about it. Until that day when I saw his anger and he slapped me.
Nini lifanya dia akakuslap?
It was just a misunderstanding. Like we were out with some friends and he said something na nikamjibu back. Like you can go home, mi nitakufuata baadaye, and that's it. Akanizaba kofi. Then I was like, oh, maybe nimemjibu vibaya cause or maybe he's going through his other issues because sikuwa nimeiona that side of him. And by the time it reached evening, that was around morning hours, mkitoka club. So in the evening he sent me flowers. He had spoken to my friends. He was very sorry about it and apologetic. He didn't know what came over him, blah blah blah. Then I was like, anyway, it's just a one-time thing. Little did I know that was going to be the beginning of many other hits. And after that hit, zilikuwa zinakuja tu. I called you, you didn't pick. Kelele. Vita.
Wait, I called you like maybe you're out and then anakupigia simu. If you don't pick when you come home anakupiga ama?
Yes. Nilikupigia simu, mbona uko unashika? Baby, sikusikia simu ikilia. And when I got your missed call, I called you back. No, you are with other men. Just insecurities. Before you know it, umechapwa.
Na hii kuchapwa ilikuwa tule one slap ama how was it?
With time it progressed. Ikianza ilikuwa hiyo slap moja. Then as time went on, ilikuanga sasa beating after beating. Not one slap, ile kichapo kabisa unachapwa like.
And was he remorseful about, unajua unaweza chapa alafu ni mtu ana apologize, but unajua like akona remorse, ana show emotions ama nini when he's apologizing?
Yes, he'd show emotions. He'd even go on his knees and cry. Nakupenda, I don't know what came over me. Ulinikasirisha. I'm a jealous person. When I call you and you don't pick, I feel like maybe you're doing something, you're with someone else who's taking your attention. You don't think of me. I miss you. Vitu kama hizo. Just mind games. Purely mind games.
Where? So, at what point ndo ukona by the okay, after hii kupigwa, was there anything else he was doing? Like, ama ilikuwa tukipigwa, were you with your friends? Kama the one, I was talking to on TikTok, alikuwa anaambia yeye amekuwa excluded away from her friends, from her family. Was it the same with you?
Yeah, that is what I'll say. That is what narcissists do, because I'll call him a narcissist, because they want to be the only person in your life. So when he came to my life, of course, I had my friends with me, and in the beginning, he was very okay. We'd even hang out with my friends. They'd spend the night at our place. He was very okay with the friendship, but as we progressed, he'll start wanting. Maybe you had plans with your friends for the weekend. You're like, baby, we're going out. He'd be like, okay, that's okay. He'll even cater for it. But as time went on, he started being like, you're going out with your friends. You're leaving me here all alone. I'm going to miss you. Can we just spend the time together? He'll make plans for us to go somewhere, just the two of us, you see. And as time went on, I'd find that I do not have time to spend with my friends, because now I'm fully invested in this person. During my free time, I was working. During my off days, he'd make plans in advance, and he'll tell you, baby, so on this day I'm going to take you to this place. And I'm like, yeah, we should spend some time together. You see, it's honest, like, we're going to spend time together, just the two of us. So I'll cancel on my friends. I won't even have time with my friends, because I have to work, and when I'm free, I'm spending time with this person. So that is what he did, and I was not aware. I was just thinking I'm in love and I'm being loved, and this is the perfect person. I was happy. Yeah.
Alafu sasa, like, okay, kama huyo mwingine aliniambia, like, sometimes she used to get calls and the hubby hadi nafika mali anaficha simu. Was it the same with you, like, ama
Yes.
was it something different?
He'd do that. You'd leave your phone there. Maybe I'm in the shower, somebody would call. He'd even delete that call log. So me, I'll come back, I won't know somebody called me. And even there's a time we were sleeping, then I woke up in the middle of the night. I see he's on my phone. I didn't ask him, so I went back to sleep. So the next day I check my phone. I can't find some contacts. Any male contact that was on my phone, he'd delete them. But at first I didn't know he's the one who's deleting it. So I used to think my phone is acting up. Then I noticed, hizi contacts zimeenda wapi? Unaona? Then I restore them again. But after some time zinapotea. The whole time I used to think, mazee simu yangu, hii simu imechapa, I need a new phone. And I'd even tell him, babe, I think something is wrong with my phone. But he knew what he's doing.
And how will he react ukimwambia hivyo?
He'd be like, I'll buy you a new phone. But he knows what he's doing. Until there's this best friend of mine. We've come a long way. And he's those people we'd never go a week without talking. So there's a time I was just chilling and I realized, sijongea na fulani for so many days, kwani WhatsApp. And I'm like, let me reach out. I reach out to this person and the person is like, mi kwanza nimekukasiriki. I'm like, why? You blocked me. What did I do to you? I'm like, I blocked you aje. Mi sija kublock. It's like, I've been calling you. Your number is not going through. I'm like, hi, ebu let me check. Kwenda kwa block list, I find people have been blocked. Hadi brother angu. Any male contact that was in my phone, alikuwa amekula block. So I go back, I talk to this person. I'm like, man, there's somebody who's been using my phone. Na sikuwa najua amekublock. Maybe alikublock bahati mbaya. I'm sorry. So I come back. I didn't ask him about it. I unblocked the contacts and I went quiet. Kidogo tena. Now I kept checking my block list. Naangalia block list. Watu wamekula block list. So I decided to have this talk with him. Why do you block people on my phone? Why do you delete my contacts? Have you seen me deleting your contacts? Because he had female friends. And I didn't have a problem in mabeshte yako. So I decided to talk about it. And he started saying he's jealous and he doesn't want to see any man calling me. I'm like, what if it's job? What if it's my boss? You know? I do not block, he works. I do not block the female contacts on your phone because what if it's your boss? What if it's a job? Like, purely, you can separate relationship and friendship. And he'd be apologetic about it and he'd pretend to understand, but he'd still kept doing the same things. Lakini bado sikuwa naona because the good outweighed the bad. unaona. So nilikaa tu hapo nikaendelea nikijiambia ata change, because he kept saying he'll change. He used to be very apologetic and he'd even change for a month hivi, unaona mtu amechange behavior, unaona we are headed somewhere, until we were not heading somewhere.
But then alikuwa nataka kuuliza na where was the breaking point ndo kajua but hii sasa si mapenzi, ni kuna kichapo kimoja ulipata ukasema but hii si mapenzi, hii ni sasa ni
kichapo nilipata. And he took a knife, and hii kichapo was simply because we had an argument, and before then I had told him, the next time you hit me I'm walking out. So I was supposed to travel back, and the day of traveling we had already talked about it and everything was okay. So inafika siku ya kutravel, he doesn't want me to go. He's like, how much does this job pay you? I'm going to pay you double. I'm like, it's not about the money, it's about me having something for myself. Plus when you met me I was working, so what makes you think right now I'll stop working? No. But sasa jamaa kwa anataka hivyo, he's like, oh, he's jealous. It was kind of a long distance relationship, so he's like, oh, the distance, I don't know who you're with, hizo two issues tu twa kawaida. And I was like, I have to go because I had like 2 days to report to work. So I have to go back and prepare. So I was like, I had told you I'm leaving on this day. And we spoke about it and we agreed. Then he just started checking my phone, kuuliza maswali hakuna, nini. Then he hit me. So when he hit me, I was like, oh, cool. I woke up, I showered, packed my stuff. Everything of mine that was in that house, I packed. And was like, I told you, the next time you hit me, it will be the last time you're seeing me. I'm out. He wakes up, he locks the door. And he's like, hakuna mali unaenda. Rudisha vitu zako kwa kabati, there's nowhere you're going. And I stood there and I was like, I'm leaving. He went to the bedroom. I call an Uber, I call a friend of mine, I even called my sister. I was like, nataka kutoka, so just giving them an update. The guy comes back, he's like, baby, nimesema hakuna mahali unaenda. Na sitarudia tena. Goes back to the bedroom. So mi nimekaa hapo, I'm waiting for the Uber. So the Uber fikas and I go call him, I'm like, nipe keys, give me the keys, I want to go. My Uber is here. He's like, nimekwambia. So I find him, he's sleeping. He's lying on the bed and he's like, nimekwambia kuna mahali unaenda. So you do what? Cancel the ride. And I'm like, my Uber is here. I'm going nifungulie mlango, I want to go. I told you the next time you hit me, that's it. He's like, there's nowhere you're going and I won't repeat myself. So I'm like, what the fuck? I go stand by the door and I'm just thinking. I don't even know what my mind was blank. I just wondered. Before I know it, jamaa ndo huyo amekuja. I don't know how I was beaten. Nilistukia tu coffee, bare after bare. He took my suitcase, akafungua, akatoa hizo nguo zote. I told you to unpack all these things, there's nowhere you're going, haunisikii nini. Kidogo he goes to the kitchen, he grabs a knife, he tears all the clothes. Hey, so I see that, I panic. I run to the bedroom. He follows me to the bedroom with a knife. Hey, Ivy, ushaiona life ni kama inaisha. Roho ilikuwa kwa mkono. So he's like, there's nowhere you're going and I told you it's better I kill you and I kill myself. Wacha tupatikane hapa, si wote tulikufa. You're not leaving me. Hey, nilinyenyekea my friend. The first instinct was kunyenyekea na kumbembeleza. Nilinyenyekea, nikambembeleza and I was like, nitakuacha niende wapi? I'm not leaving you. I was just mad, but I'm not going anywhere. Nimekusikiza. Nikambembeleza until I got a hold of the knife. I took it back to the kitchen. Nikambembeleza, and of course you have to make out to give him that assurance that I was just angry, but that's it. I'm not leaving you. So yeah, akaingia box and I had to stay there for another week to convince him that I'm not going, I'm not leaving you. Nakuacha niende wapi?
So kuna kitu nilikuwa naona watu wakicomment hapo when people were being told, huyo dem alikuwa naambiwa toka uende. Were your friends telling you this, ati si utoke uende ama?
Yes, everybody was telling me toka uende.
How easy or how hard is it?
It's so easy for somebody who's on the other side to tell you, why don't you leave? Why are you going through that? I won't lie. Hata mimi mwenyewe, I remember before I had this experience, I used to say, mimi mtu anichape, nafunga vitu zangu na naenda. That's what I used to say until it happened to me.
Why is it hard to leave?
It's not easy because this person, as much as they beat you, they still care for you. They love you. They show you that they love you. So you get to believe and to... I can't even explain it. There's just something about them. Besides the beating, they're very good people. Like my guy in Tasema, he was the best person. Even if we do an interview with my friends, watakwambia mazio jamaa alikuwa mpoa. And it's those people, before you tell somebody, imagine fulani wananichapa, they'll be like, umemfanyia nini? Like wewe ndo umemkosea. Because
outside
he portrays that perfect image, perfect person. Perfect boyfriend, very polite, very understanding. You see,
hakuwahi kupiga nje,
kupiga in public, hata kugombana in public, never. He just walk out. But jua, if he walks out, ukifika kwa nyumba utapata hiyo kichapo. And everybody loved him. Hakuna mtu akuwa nampenda. Kuna mtu ni mngwana sana, that like everywhere alikuwa mngwana. But there's this side of him that you do not know. And what they do is they seclude you from your friends, from your family. They make you believe that it's only them. You see? And when you start showing them that, hey, no, I have a life besides you, now they start being violent. And as much as they're violent, they still find a way to make you believe that it's your fault. Unaanza kujishuku like, mazee ni mimi nimemkosea, mtu ni mpoa, ama mimi ndo nimemwongelesha vibaya, ama mimi ndo nimemfanyia. Now you start having doubt. You start doubting yourself because this person is just perfect. Perfection. There's nothing they can't do for you. Whatever you ask, they do. Whatever you want, they will do. But that is the mind game. They just play reverse psychology on you. Hivyo tu unastukia. You don't even have time with your friends.
So, turudi sasa kwa story. Hii 1 week, how was this 1 week after umepigwa sasa? Because what, did you go to the hospital ama alikunas, or what happened during this 1 week?
Alininas. There's only one time we went to the hospital, but this 1 week he nursed me.
There's a time alikupiga ikabidi uende hosi?
Yes. There's a time alinichapa, kanipeleka hospitali. We had to fabricate a story. Nikatibiwa and everything was okay. We came back, life went on.
So mbona hungeweza tambia daktari, wait, did you have your family, did you have people when unaweza ambia by the up, ama wewe mwenyewe you didn't see that you're in a domestic violence?
I didn't see I'm in a domestic violence. And as for my family, my sister and my brother, they're the only people who knew I was dating this person. Of course, unajua ukiwa kwa relationship, si relationship yote unakimbishia mzazi. Then all my friends knew that I'm dating this person, and they all loved him until he started beating me. And what they were saying is, toka, kama unaona unashindwa kuanza tena, come, we are here for you, we are going to support you, we'll be there for you, we'll go through this together. But that is not the problem. The problem is you're attached to this person. You're attached to what he does. And si ati sijaitoka, nishaitoka. There's a time I packed my stuff and I was like, I'm done with this relationship. Lakini nilirudi.
Nini lifanya ukarudi?
I went back. I don't know, I just stayed a few days and I was like, I'm missing this person. And he's so apologetic. He's checking on you. Like, ni sawa umemwambia, leave me alone. You've broken up with him. Like, there's nothing between us anymore. But this person is still caring, wanting to know how you're faring on. Are you okay? Baby, umekula? Like, is everything okay? How was work? How was your day? And they're so humble. Like, I'm just checking on you. Najua relationship imeisha, sawa nimekubali, you don't want me anymore. But I just want to check on you. And before you know it, you're back. You're lured in.
Sasa hii 1 week mkikaa kwa nyumba alikuwa anaenda job nini ama how was it?
Alikuwa anaenda job, anarudi, ana take breaks, anakuja lunch time, he'd make plans for us to have dates, flowers. He was all loving, trying to show me that you are my wife. You are the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I don't enjoy beating you. I do not understand what happens, what comes over me when I get mad. And I don't like beating you. And I don't want to hurt you. I don't like to hurt you. But it just happens. So it was just a week of trying to show him that I still want you. We can still do this and we can work on this. I even suggested that we go for counseling, you know, just to show him that hii relationship sitaki ishe. But nilikuwa nimefika mwisho. The minute he held that knife, I knew hii ndio ile story unasikianga dem aliuliwa na mtu wake, or a man killed a woman, hivyo tu. So I knew imefika hiyo point and this person is going to kill me. I do not have kids. My family doesn't know. Imagine. So I just stayed there for a week to have a good time with him and to reassure him that I still love him and want him. And after I left, that's it.
Sasa mbona hukutoka? Unaona akienda job, mbona hukuamua ameenda job, acha mimi pia nijifiche niende?
I don't know. It didn't cross my mind nitoke niende. I used to stay.
Sasa how did it, sasa uliamua aje na I want to leave?
So after the week ended, I had given notice at work. So we had a good time. We had a very good time. Tuseme honeymoon. Tulikuwa na honeymoon hiyo wiki moja. He was reassured that everything is okay. And I was like, now baby, I have to go back to work. And he was like, okay, sawa. He made plans and everything. All the arrangements, travel arrangements and everything. And I went back to work. And the minute I landed in my county, that was it.
Hukumpigia, hukumtext?
Sikumtext. I didn't talk to him. And of course, he'd usually call to check, umefika poa, how are you, how's my baby? But I didn't pick his calls. And I didn't block him. And I sent him a text 2 days later, telling him not to call me or text me. It's over between us. And he didn't stop calling or texting. He kept calling, texting, looking for me, until I felt like I can talk to him. I picked the call and we spoke, and I was like, isiwezani nayo. Yes, I love you. Yes, I want you, but nimefika mwisho.
Your time haku convinced, and I won't beat you up, I won't do this and that.
Of course he convinced me. He's changed. He's even started counseling. He's going to make it work. But I was out. Like in my mind nilikuwa najua nimefika mwisho ya hiyo relationship. And at some point I blocked him. Then again I unblocked him. And I really tried my best. I worked through it alone. I didn't even tell my friends that nimemwacha or this is what is going on. I found things to keep me busy.
So hapo kwa comments pia niliona watu wakisema, okay, wait, this lady was saying she needs help from Lynn Ngugi amsaidie or whatever she's going through. So do you believe that somebody else should come and help you out? No. If you're in a domestic violence?
No, somebody else cannot help you out, because I had friends who are ready to help me. And at one time, my friend came and took me from the house and we went to her house. But I still went back to this person. So it's easy for people to say, toka, enda, your family is there for you. Ataka una family, your friends will be there for you. They'll support you. And it's so easy for somebody who's on the outside to tell you to leave this relationship. But it's not as easy as just waking up and leaving.
Asa,
na hakuna mtu atakusaidia. Wewe unaweza kwa beshta yangu, you really want to help me leave this relationship. But if I do not have the willingness in me ya kutoka, ni zero work. Mtanisaidia, but at some point nitarudi tu. So ni mtu mwenyewe. It is you yourself. So for this lady who's saying Lynn Ngugi can help her, Lynn Ngugi cannot help her. Ni yeye mwenyewe to search herself and to decide that enough is enough, I'm walking out. then this help that other people will come and give you will just be a stepping stone to help you get through it. But even if these people come and help you, but wewe mwenyewe hujataka kutoka, utarudi tu pale pale. People will give you their money, people will give you their time, people will invest on you, they'll even pay for therapy and stuff like that. But if it was not your willingness, wewe mwenyewe uone nimetosheka, nataka kutoka, utajipata tu umerudi pale, because there's just something about these people that pulls you back in, and every time you're pulled back in, it's even more deeper than it was the first time.
So what can you actually tell people who are right now going through whatever you went through when you're in a relationship? Juu nasikia watu akisema, there's this African culture, tukipigwa ndo kupendwa. Unaelewa? Yes. Tukupigwa ndo kupendwa, and maybe most cases wanaenda maybe kwa church inaambia uvumilia, or they talk, bado wanachapwa. And some say they don't have a place to go. Kama huyu alikuwa anasema, I don't have a place to go, my mom alinikataa, niliacha shule. So what advice can you give this such of people?
What I can tell them is kupigwa sio kupendwa. But people make you believe kupigwa ni kupendwa, because what comes after the kupigwa ni mapenzi. So you believe, you're fooled. It's like you're brainwashed into believing that kupigwa ndio kupenda. But the minute a man starts hitting you, it never stops. So what I'd advise people is, it's not easy to live. It's not easy. You fight so many battles. It's a very difficult decision. But at the end of the day, ni wewe mwenyewe. Search yourself, search your soul. Some people will say, I stay because of my kids. It's a lie. You're not staying because of your kids. You're staying for yourself. It's because this is the only thing you know. Umejua tu kuchapwa. So unaona nitatoka niende wapi, na atanichapa leo, kesho atanipenda. So unaona, so the decision comes from you. Ni wewe mwenyewe. You stand and decide, enough is enough, I am leaving. Nobody will come to rescue you. Ni wewe ujirescue. And once a man starts hitting you, they never stop. Utachapwa till your death. Unasikia somebody was murdered by the husband, the house was tortured by the husband. It's not because of love. It's because they brainwash you to think that they love you. And they seclude you. These people seclude you from your family members, from your friends, from everything in your life. The others who, like my man, he was the type of person, when you don't have to work, how much do you earn per month? I'm going to pay you double. You see? So when somebody tells you that, you start believing in them. You start seeing that this is my person. Whatever they tell you you want to do, you listen, because they have made you believe it's only them. Ni wao peke yao. Hakuna mtu mwingine atakusaidia huko nje. Hii relationship, it's between me and you. Watu wa nje hawatatusaidia. Watu wa nje wanatuonea wivu. You see? So it's your willingness, wewe mwenyewe, and you pray. As much as people say, sijui nini Mungu, no, prayers really help, because when you pray, your eyes get opened, you start seeing that these things are not right. Going to the church will not help you, because when you're married, churches do not believe in divorce. As much as it's there, they want to encourage that families should mkae chini muonge. Even when you go to your family members, useme mzee yangu ananichapa, kwanza before you divorce and separate, they want to sit you down and solve this issue. But you can never work out battery. You can never work out domestic violence. You can never work out domestic abuse.
And do you think these people need help? Do you think do they need help?
Yes, they need help, because they're not right. They're not in their right state of mind. They're psychos. Because these are people who have learned the art of brainwashing people. These are people who have learned the art of making you believe that you need them, and without them you cannot do anything.
And it can actually reach a point where they can actually kill you.
Yes, they will kill you.
And they won't be remorseful about it.
They will kill you, and they'll kill you in the belief that ni wewe umemfanya akuwe. And even when he's killing you, he'll make you believe that I do not want to kill you. You've pushed me to the point of doing this.
Ni wewe ndio umekosea.
Exactly. Because I love you so much. Lakini wewe ndio unanifanya hivi. I don't want to share you with somebody else. I'm a very jealous human being. Narcissist people are very jealous human beings. It's all about them. As much as you're together, there's no part of you that is involved that, what about my baby? No, it's about them, what is good for them, what works for them, what makes them feel good. You don't matter.
Hey, I think now I'll have to get a psychiatrist. I'm a psychologist. A psychologist ndio kuja explain more, because these are things I've seen, you know, the narcissism, and can narcissists be helped? That is something I was searching on Google, and actually these are people that it's their personality and you can never help them. That is one thing I came to understand. And also schizophrenia.
Schizophrenic people.
Exactly. And mostly in our African community, they don't see it as ugonjwa ama they need help. No, wanasemanga ni shetani, mashetani zake zikifufuka. You understand? So akiwa kama mashetani zake haziko ako poa, lakini zikifufuka, but they don't actually understand that these people actually need help. But again, pia usidhani you can help them.
Yeah.
Because there's a friend of mine also who was in such a relationship, and yeah, alikuwa anaona ni kama he can help his man, unaona, because zile za I can help him, because at the end of the day this guy anakuja anakuambia I need help, ama yako anakuambia hivyo,
anakwambia it's only you who can help me. Yes baby, I want to change. I don't want to be beating you. I don't want to do this. I don't even know what happens when I'm beating you. It's just some anger that takes over. So you're the only person who can help me and I'm willing to work on it. Just don't leave me. Mtu akisha kukuambia hivyo utasema nini? Si utaona huyu anataka kuchange.
That's true.
And believe you me, they'll change. A week, 2 weeks, a month. Some will even change for 3 months. You'll see, amechange by there. Hii hakuna kuchapwa until mashetani yamke tena.
Hey guys,
Mashetani irudi. But what I can say is it's not easy to live as people say. Mtu akiwa huko nje anakuambia si utoke, mbona unakaa hapo? Mimi sielewi mbona unakaa hapo na mtu anakuchapa. But it's not as easy as that. Yes, I know this person is beating me and it's not okay that he's beating me and I'm supposed to leave. But I'm just not ready to leave. Because I believe that they're going to change. Because they make me believe that they're going to change. And this is the person that I've known. So far, he's secluded you from your friends. He's your best friend. He's your everything. He's secluded you from your family. Ukikaa hivi ufikiri unaona this is the only person I know. This is my only friend. This, you know, they make you believe in them. They make you believe in love, that they love you and it's unconditional. And you think it's because they love me, that's why they do this. They go to these extremes. But that is not love. That is manipulation. They manipulate you. They brainwash you. But until you're ready to leave, that's when you're going to leave. Hata kijiji mzima ikuje kusaidie na we mwenyewe you're not ready to leave that relationship, utarudi. Hata upewe pesa upelekwe ng'ambo, utarudi my friend. You'll find yourself craving for this person. You'll find yourself looking for this person because it's the only way you know how to. It's the only way you know how to live with their craziness. Na hiyo mashetani yao, mashetani yake iliamka imagine huwa ni chapi. He's such a nice person. Lakini ni mashetani tu ziliamka, imagine. You see? So you keep telling yourself that and they make you believe that. So these people are not, yes, they're human beings, but they're manipulators. They brainwash you.
Hey guys, Aki, I had to come and alikuja akaniambia she had a say on whatever was happening, your video that I posted. If you haven't seen the video, naeka hapo link so that you can go and watch the video about this lady who actually she has been in domestic violence for 3 years. Anasema hana place ya kuenda, anasema anataka usaidizi from Lynn Ngugi peke yake ndiye anaweza msaidia before auliwe. So guys, that has been my time. It has been Yvonne Magaya. Guest wetu amesema hata jionyesha uso na hata jitambulisha jina. So tumeachia hapo till next time. Remember, be kind to one another. Spread kindness wherever you are. Bye guys.